All right, so it was on Friday where I think her dad's heart was in the right place, where he's like, look, I know, I hear you, like talking about being frustrated that you're not finding good guys. So he thought, you know what? Let me get you some golf lessons. You'll be around a whole bunch of dudes, and that might be a great venue for you. So I believe it was Emily who was a little bit like nervous about going to this thing. Should she go? Should she just tell her dad she's not even into golf? So what happened?
Yeah, so Emily was hitting us up on Friday and like, do I tell my dad thanks but no thanks for these golf lessons? Or do I go and just give it a shot, literally and figuratively, and see if there are any optimal dudes at the golf course?
All right, Emily, what'd you tell your dad and did you go? Hello.
Hi.
Hello. All right, so what happened this weekend on the golf lessons? Did you even go? Did you tell your dad, look, it's not going to happen? What happened?
Okay, so it actually worked, and I have 2 dates this week.
Wow.
What?
Look at
Yes.
you.
Yes. So when I got to the golf course, I needed to go to the pro shop and get a glove. I thought to myself, I didn't want to be swinging a club for an hour, and I didn't want to get blisters on my hands. And I was scoping out the gloves. A cute guy approached me, and we had a quick chat. So he was just recommending me like brands of gloves that he preferred, and I was scoping out gloves just a little bit longer, and I got mine, and he was in front of me buying a sleeve of balls. And when he got to the front of the line, he turned and told the cashier that he was going to pay for my gloves. So, I objected, but he insisted, and the cashier handed him the receipt. He took a moment, wrote his number on it, then he handed it to me, and it said, in case you need to return the glove and in case you would like to go on a date.
Wow.
That's kind of smooth.
That is really
That's smooth right there.
You got some riz.
I know, right? Like it was just amazing, and I honestly almost left right then and there because, like, what did I need to stay for? But my dad had already paid for the lesson, and honestly, like the lesson was okay. I'm not as bad as I thought I would be, and it really wasn't as boring as I thought it would be. But then after that, I was heading back to my car right after the lesson, and I was struggling with that bag of clubs. And my mom, she let me borrow her clubs for the lesson, and it was my first time carrying it, so I was all over the place trying to get the clubs back in the car, and that's when guy number 2 showed up, and he was very attractive, just a bit older than typical guys that I date, and he helped me get the clubs back into my car and asked me how my lesson went, and I said something like along the lines of, is it that obvious that I have no idea what I'm doing, and hopefully I didn't look like a fool? And he said, on the contrary, I had a really nice swing for someone attempting golf for the first time. And then he gave me his business card. And he said, just to call him if I'd like to meet up for drinks sometime. And he promised that we did not have to talk about golf.
Okay.
Look at that.
All right. So Pops was right.
He was right. And I did what any red-blooded single woman would do. I contacted them both. And set up a date with guy number 1. We're meeting on Wednesday, and guy number 2, we're meeting on Thursday.
Look at
There
you,
was nothing wrong with
Emily.
that, man.
No?
Yeah.
Do you think?
Single, ready to mingle.
So here's the only pothole that I see in this whole thing, and it's not with the guys. It's perhaps with your dad. Because now that this has happened successfully, did you tell him? Did you tell your dad that you got 2 dates out of this?
I didn't. So he did hit me up this weekend, and I told him that, the lessons went great, but I didn't tell him about my dates because I don't want him to get his hopes up, and I just kind of want to see how they turn out first before, like, bringing him in the loop. But, I mean, props to him because he was right.
You're right, but here is the problem here. Because when you called us, I think on Friday, you said something like, I don't know if I want my dad participating in this part of my life. And here he did, and he sends you to the golf course, and it's successful. And my only concern here is that now that he has felt that win for you, that he's going to continue to do that. if it doesn't work out with one of these guys. You know what I'm saying?
He'll always meddle.
He'll always start meddling now. Because, I
That's
saw
true.
how happy she was when she got these 2 dates. So now I'll send her to blank, and I'll send her to blank, and I'll send her to blank. So I don't know if you have to have that conversation with him or not.
But if he's right.
Yeah, he was right this
If
time.
it worked, it's worked. Two for one.
I know. Girl, you got a deal. You get a BOGO. Bought one, you got one free.
Do you want him, I don't want to say meddling, but participating in this part of your life?
At first, I wanted to say yes because I'm like, I mean, he knows what he's doing. But
Yeah.
then I thought about how extreme he could take this, and I just got overwhelmed. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't know how much. I need him, like, just calling me all the time. Like, it might be overbearing.
Yeah.
I probably would keep it from him until I know it's a successful thing.
I think so, too. I think you should.
But good luck on the dates, girl.
Yeah, congrats.
So excited. Thank you guys for everything.
Yeah, we didn't do anything except...
Listen.
You got that?
Literally.
The Bert Show.